4 for 158.
Malcolm Marshall has bowled the odd short ball, bowled some pretty good bounces, but without any real success at this stage. Most of the Australians have managed to evade them or hit them to the boundary.
Well, I suppose Australia would be looking forward to a fairly good partnership from this period, more as the last of the recognised batsmen. The two that were settled in, Alan Border and Mark Taylor, looked like they were going great guns, but fell just before tea and just set the Australians back a little bit.
That's when he does look good. Give him any room outside the off stump. Moves into position very quickly. Hasn't timed that one perfectly. Richie Richardson was able to chase it down. Swing there for Courtney Walsh, but either a little bit of bat in that or just outside the line of off stump.
Yes, this is one that comes back from the off here, forcing Mark Waugh to go forward. But he's well forward, so the umpire had no hesitation turning down the decision. I think the Australians have been quite happy, especially the bowlers, to know that they didn't have to bowl today because they had some very long spells in Barbados. So I suppose they would have been quite happy when Alan Border won the toss and elected to bat.
That brings up to 200 for Australia. Gus Logie does the fielding. Just off the glove of Mark Taylor down the leg side. So 4 for 200. Australia would be looking to score in the vicinity of 400 runs at least in this innings. So it's important that Mark Waugh and Dean Jones continue their partnership. 44-run partnership so far. Australia doesn't need to lose too many more wickets. Ian Healy's the next one in. Peter Taylor on the side ahead of Steve Waugh on this occasion, batting at number 8. And then Hughes, Alderman, McDermott. The Australian tail hasn't produced many runs in the series. Absolutely imperative for Australia that these two carry on, push the score up around the 350 mark. It's 4 for 200.
Very positive batting by these two, especially by Dean Jones, who's very quickly raced up towards his half century. The two of them have already added 50. Just 71 deliveries for the 50 stand. And that's magnificently hit through the offside. Timing on that was superb.
It's been a good positive attitude, as Tony has mentioned. The scoring rate has been very good. The Australians are scoring 60 runs per 100 balls, which is well in excess of much they've done so far on this tour. A great striking rate. The over rate is very, very ordinary. But the striking rate is quite brilliant today. There's no deep mid-wicket. Viv Richards is the chaser. Looks a pretty good pitch to me, Tony. Nice bounce, bit of pace there. Plenty of chance for the batsmen to play their strokes.
Yeah, certainly has been for most of the test matches that have been played here. And Dean Jones gets his half-century. Very good effort indeed.
Played very well. Taylor, Border and Jones now, each of them half-centuries. Mark Waugh is looking good. Chance to build a big score here, having won the toss on a good pitch. And having made the team changes they did. It's 4 for 215.
Viv Richards taking over from Carl Hooper. Viv Richards bowling his third over.
Definitely seeing a lot of one-day principles being applied here. Dean Jones not only aggressive with stroke play, but very aggressive running as well.
Mark Waugh going straight, and it's called 6, hitting the sideboard on the full, but the board is in front of the boundary board is in front of the sideboard.
Very good shot indeed, straight, getting to the pitch and hitting straight.
Logie, but the throw is wide. Ambrose at long off. It's 4 for 246. Got a short boundary straight down the ground.
Certainly attacking any ball seemingly able to be attacked. That wasn't a particularly bad ball, pitching just outside the off stump, coming into the right-hander.
Gordon Greenwich is out at mid-wicket, but no chance of stopping that one. And that brings up 50 for Mark Waugh. It's 4 for 257. Partnership between Mark Waugh and Dean Jones. They came together at 156. Partnership now 101. And Mark Waugh also bringing up his 50 in that last over with 1 6 and 4 4s in that 50. Dean Jones in his 50 hit 1 6 and 5 fours.
Pretty good pull shot there from Mark Waugh. Carl Hooper to continue. Taylor. Mark Waugh rather. Using his feet quite well there, Mark Waugh. Chipping. Getting to it well before it pitched.
Man at long on, but it's going to clear him. Malcolm Marshall is the man back there, and it takes a piece of the fencing with it.
Mark Waugh again using his feet quite well. Two balls in a row now, Mark Waugh chipping, getting there. This one just about getting it on half volley length, and the way it goes.
Bit fortunate to get away with that one. Perhaps getting a little carried away with Carl Hooper bowling. And I think Mark Waugh has just had a little bit of a rethink after that shot.
Just a hint of spin there for Carl Hooper, just coming off the thick inside edge.
Mark Waugh now going ahead of Dean Jones. He's moved to 70. Jones is on 63.
4 for 284. It's going to be Curtly Ambrose to see if he can muster up another over of energy to follow that last one. It's been a very, very good batting pitch here today. Bit of bounce, but the batsmen have known it's consistent bounce. The Australians have done very well. From 72 overs, they've made 4 for 284. They're scoring over 60 runs per 100 balls.
It's around about 8 short pitch deliveries in a row. Curtly Ambrose has bowled to Dean Jones. A little bit of frustration on Dean Jones's part, but I think a little bit of frustration from Curtly Ambrose as well. Frustrated that the ball is not bouncing as much as he would like, so he's banging it in to see if he can get it to bounce. Using up a lot of energy, but must have some plan in mind.
I wonder if umpire Buckner might catch his eye as he walks back past him. Brilliantly run. It was very well fielded too. That's a great piece of running between the wickets.
Very reminiscent of the Australians in their one-day cricket mode. It's been one of the more positive aspects of the day's batting. Been looking for this quick singles, been prepared to put a bit of pressure on the West Indian fielders, get themselves away from the strike as much as possible. Dean Jones had been stuck down there for a couple of overs, receiving short pitch deliveries, including a whack on the finger. Mark Waugh, recognising the problem, got him away from the strike.
Beautiful cricket. Almost read that before it was bowled. Still, I suppose it wasn't all that hard because Kirtley's bowled 9 bounces on the trot. But Waugh was almost in position for the stroke as the arm came over.
Stephen Waugh's done this a couple of times today. Pulled that left leg away to the leg side, looking for the short ball, making room for himself to whack it away on the offside, which he's done quite well there. Timed the ball beautifully, whacked it into the front of the scoreboard. It's all very well as long as you continue to watch the ball. If you don't, and the bowler slips in the Yorker, you can look pretty ordinary.
Desi Haynes has had a word with Ambrose, and that's the result. No ball, the attempted Yorker, and still 4. Desmond, what were you telling me?
I doubt that Desmond Haynes was telling him to bowl it down the leg side, but he may well have suggested a Yorker. That's what Curtly Ambrose was trying. Mark Waugh still watching the ball very closely, and also it wasn't as bad a ball as it might have appeared. It was pretty well on middle stump. Mark Waugh well across to the offside, just flicked it away. He also may have read that one, having hit the ball away to the offside boundary, that Yorker may well have been next.
That's good running again. And it's over. Curtly won't be pleased about that. It's 4 for 295. Richards has come on to bowl again. This will be his 5th over.
Fairly gentle off spin from Viv Richards.
Well, I don't think Mark Waugh will mind that. Another 4 runs. Patrick Patterson, well, he's got to chase it. It's 4 for 300.
Can't afford to take any liberties on Viv Richards fielding at any stage. Accuracy you can't argue with. But the ricochet has gone down to the boundary for 4. A dim view there of it from Viv Richards.
Well, he's gone on by another 6, Mark Waugh. 96 now.
Nothing to worry about in the nervous 90s for Mark Waugh. Just moved along from 90 to 96. He picks Vivian Richards up. Malcolm Marshall at deep mid-on just stands there and waves it goodbye.
We don't see him miss very many. I can tell you that was on the move.
It was a very, very difficult caught and bowl. If anyone could catch it, Vivian Richards could, but just had the hands the wrong way around. Really cavalier attitude by Mark Waugh here in the 90s. Many take Vivian Richards on and come off on the best side of it. I don't think Vivian Richards has come off on the best side of it at the moment.
Well, the magic West Indian spray is needed now. Dennis Waite brings it out.
Viv Richards' right hand seems to be the one he's being treated. Say it might have got that on the base of the thumb. Around the lower part of the thumb near the heel where it joins the hand. For 362 Australia. 6 runs.
He's got that away nicely. And Mark Waugh has become the first Australian ever to hit a Test century on this Antigua ground. He goes now to 102. Previous highest score was Alan Border's 98, made in 1983-4.
Well, he's got him. Dean Jones leg before wicket. Marshall gets the wicket, and a long partnership between the two of them has ended. Jones leg before, and Australia are 5 for 342.